each and every one of you who are present here, you can take a selfie. And yes, once again, I would like to request all runners to kindly assemble inside the hall.
Yes, everyone, like RJ Zach has said just now, we have a lot of different places where you can take nice pictures, you can post selfies on your social media handles, and you can even come here in the Wheels of Democracy and take pictures with us as well. And also just in front of the Wheels of Democracy as well.
Come, ready? Yes, I'm here. Yes. He's a DC, the most important person who's going to organize elections. So I declare the National Voters' Day celebrations in Meghalaya, Shillong open. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks. Sir. Nice. Yeah.
Sorry, Ajit.
Just done.
A very good morning and a warm welcome to each one of you present here on this very special occasion to celebrate the National Voters' Day 2023 to commemorate the Foundation Day of the Election Commission of India. As a mark of appreciation towards our chief guest, we now request the Chief Electoral Officer, Shri F.R. Khakungor, to kindly felicitate our chief guest this morning, Shri D.P. Watlang, Chief Secretary to the Government of Meghalaya, with a traditional rindia. We will be felicitating our chief guest this morning with a painting. The location depicted in this painting is at Kamsing, one of the last polling stations before the border of Bangladesh. The total number of voters in this polling station is 35. But even with such a small number of voters, the election department firmly believes in its slogan, "No voter to be left behind," to ensure that each and every voter is able to exercise their right to democracy. The election department is willing to go all out and spare the expense to reach remote areas such as this polling station, even if it has to be by a country boat. This painting captures that moment of one of our polling teams. We now call upon the additional Chief Electoral Officer, Shri B. Maulong, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Thank you. Our respected Chief Secretary, Shri D.P. Walang, our CEO, Shri F.R. Kharkungor, our many distinguished guests from the Government of Meghalaya, from the forces, my colleagues from the CEO's office and election office, our SB partners, our NVD partners, school children, the newly enrolled voters, other special invitees, welcome to this program today. It really gives me great pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to the special day, the special occasion of the National Voters' Day 2023, when we felicitate and remember our citizens, our voters, and we're having it here for the first time in the assembly premises. As we all know, the National Voters' Day is celebrated every year to increase the participation of our citizens, especially the youth, in the entire electoral process. I extend a warm welcome to our Chief Secretary, Sri D.P. Walang, who gracefully accepted our invitation. Your presence here will encourage all of us. Thank you, sir, for sparing your time. I also welcome our Chief Electoral Officer, Sri F.R. Kharkungor, to the celebrations. I would like to thank you, sir, for your commitment and hard work and leadership and leading us right from the front to make sure that we have an effective teamwork in this entire process, not just for today, but the entire election process as well. I welcome our Deputy Commissioner of East Khasi Hills. I think he must be really super busy with all the election process, and in the midst of it all, we have a program like this. He spared his time also. Thank you, sir, for being here. A warm welcome to Mr. R.L. Bla, Secretary of the Sinjuk Kinoksinchar Shinong, my fellow officers from the Election Department, from our CEO's office, our joint CEO, our system analyst, and our other colleagues who are from the department, our NVD and SWEEP partners, the Shillong Public School, the Megmun, the Somersault, Sports Department, Red FM, and today, as we saw, the vintage car rally, which was flagged off just now by Ashok Lingdo and his friends. The special invitees, representatives from the Super Six who are here with us today, a special welcome to all of us. The preamble to the Constitution of India says, "We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic." Democracy is a very important word for us. It is an integral part of the political fabric of our country. India is the largest democracy, and as you must have seen in the newspaper reports recently, the latest estimates of the World Population Review, India may even surpass China to be the most populous country in the world. As such, with such a large democracy, the right to vote ensures that we have empowerment and equal status for all. The status is strengthened when we encourage all eligible voters, eligible citizens to come forward, enroll, and vote, and be a part of this democratic process. More so that this year for Meghalaya, it is an election year. This year, the theme is "Nothing like voting, I vote for sure." I'd like to encourage all those who are 18 years above to enroll and come out and vote. Over the years, the voter turnout in Meghalaya has been encouraging. If you see in 2018 election, the voter turnout was 86.9% as compared to 86.82% in 2013. In the recently concluded special summary revision of 2023, we registered a net increase of 49,915 more voters, which translates into 2.36 increase over the draft rolls, which came out in November last year. The audience here may like to know, of course we'll elaborate later from the other speakers, that various initiatives have been taken by the Office of the CEO to promote voter awareness and increase voter turnout. Significant efforts were made to reach out to the youth, to the young voters in the group of 17 to 18. We've been having a lot of programs called the Mission Unite. Recently, we had Mission Unite 2.0, that is you and I towards enrollment. We've had the Wheels of Democracy, which we saw also the rollout of the vintage cars. We've had a tie-up with Red FM 93.5. As you can see, there's a Red FM van outside. We've appointed campus ambassadors. We roll out campus diaries programs, and we've been having road shows and street plays. And we also have electoral literacy clubs, and we have these ELC fests out of these electoral literacy clubs. We've been having special enrollment drives for people with disabilities. We've tied up with a firm called Barefoot Trust. All these programs are with an aim to encourage citizens who are eligible to come and enroll themselves, and during the voting day to come out and vote. So all these are the activities which our office has taken the initiative and the drive to make sure that there is a large participation. Once again, I'd like to welcome all of us. I'd like to welcome especially our Chief Secretary. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that very warm welcome. To remind everyone, there's a live telecast of this program that can be viewed at the screens of the DIPR at Police Bazaar and at Ranjam. We now invite the Chief Guest, Chief Secretary to the Government of Meghalaya, Shri D.P. Watlang, the Chief Electoral Officer, Shri F.R. Kharkngor and his team, the Deputy Commissioner, East Khasi Hills, Shri S.C. Sadhu, and all other dignitaries present to kindly come on stage, and we request our Chief Guest, the Chief Secretary to the Government of Meghalaya, Shri D.P. Watlang, to kindly lead us with the Voters' Pledge. I also request all of us present here to kindly rise up for the Voters' Pledge.
Good morning, friends. Kindly repeat the words that I'll be reading. This is the Voters' Pledge. We, the citizens of India,
We, the citizens of India,
having abiding faith in democracy,
having abiding faith in democracy,
hereby pledge to uphold
hereby pledge to uphold
the democratic
the democratic
traditions of our country
traditions of our country
and the dignity of free,
and the dignity of free,
fair, and peaceful elections,
fair, and peaceful elections,
and to vote in every election
and to vote in every election
fearlessly and without being influenced
fearlessly and without being influenced
by considerations of religion,
by considerations of religion,
race, caste,
race, caste,
community, language, or any inducement.
community, language, or any inducement.
Thank you.
Before we take our seats, I kindly request the Chief Guest, Chief Secretary to the Government of Meghalaya, Shri D.P. Watlang, the Chief Electoral Officer, Shri F.R. Kharkngor, Deputy Commissioner, East Khasi Hills, Shri S.C. Sadhu, Additional Chief Electoral Officer, Shri B. Maulong, Joint Chief Electoral Officer, Shri A.S. Mukhim, Secretary Sinjuk Kinong Sinchar Shnong Kabri Uhinyotrap, Shri R.L. Bla, to kindly come up for the lighting of the democracy lamp. Can we all have a round of applause as the democracy lamp is being lit? Thank you, sir. The Honorable Governor of Meghalaya, His Excellency Brigadier Dr. B.D. Mishra, retired, has conveyed his warm wishes to the people of the state on account of National Voters' Day. I am going to read out the message as sent by the Governor. On the occasion of the 13th National Voters' Day 2023, with its theme, I vote for sure, there is nothing like voting, I extend my warm greetings to the people of our state. The National Voters' Day is commemorated every year since 2011 on 25th of January, being the day of the foundation of the Election Commission of India. Our Constitution gives all citizens of India of sound mind and above the age of 18, irrespective of caste, religion, social, or spirit or economic status, the right to vote. In order to strengthen the spirit of democracy, it is important that all eligible voters in the country exercise their franchise and participate in the electoral process. Our state is preparing for the assembly elections to be held on 27th of February 2023. I, therefore, appeal to all the prospective first-time and other non-registered voters to enroll themselves in the voters' lists so that they can exercise their franchise. I am sanguine that each one of our wise voters will peacefully fulfill their democratic obligations and help determine the future course of the governance in our state. Brigadier Dr. B.D. Mishra, retired. We will now be presented with a special choreography by Riti Academy to the song My Vote, My Might by state election disability icon Light After Dark.
My life's worth fighting for. I've understood I value more. The world has finally come along. I'm here to vote and sing my song. I will make my move against the raging wind. I will make my choice with my own confidence. I am glad because I'm free to choose the way I see. Sin syarkan plung ban shim benta bante kiso ba phakin say jing mi na rim pei ban per khan pha yin jit ya ka jing em ba pura. I'm glad because I'm that's my right. I want to vote because that's my might. And because that's my right. I want to vote because that's my voice and my mind. I am glad because I'm free to choose the way I see. I am glad because I know the place I want to go. I am glad because I'm free to choose the way I see. I am glad because I'm free to choose the way I see.
Thank you, Riti Academy, for that wonderful and lively performance, once again reminding us to exercise our right to vote. The Dorbar Shnong serves as an important link between the election department and the members of the public, and in many cases, they are the backbone of the electoral process in polling stations all over the state. We are therefore honored to have in our midst the Secretary of the Sinchok Kinong Sinchal Shnong, Kabri Uhinyotrap, Shri R.L. Bla, to kindly give us his speech.
A very good afternoon to everyone who are present here today. On behalf of the Sanjok Kinong Shnong, Kabri Hunyotrap, a conglomeration of traditional heads of Khasi and Jainti Hills, I express my thanks and gratitude to our Chief Secretary, Shri D.P. Walang, who is also the chief guest who will grace this occasion and on whose behalf had invited us through the Chief Electoral Officer of Meghalaya, Shri F.R. Kharkungor, and all the dignitaries who are present here for this celebration today, the 25th of January 2023, with the rest of the nation. First and foremost, I would like to remind each and every one of us that the first ever National Voters' Day was celebrated on January the 25th of 2011 to encourage more young voters to take part in the electoral process. The significance of National Voter Day lies in the fact that it provides an opportunity to encourage voters, participation, and to promote the importance of voting in democratic process. Voting is a fundamental right and a crucial aspect of democratic societies, and it is important that citizens exercise their vote to right in order to ensure that their voice are heard and their interests are represented. The day also serves as a reminder of the important role of the citizens play in shaping the future of the country. Elections provide an opportunity for citizens to choose their leaders and to hold them accountable for their actions. It is crucial that citizens are informed and engaged in the electoral process. It also provides a platform for the citizens to come together and discuss the issues that are important, to explore in which they can contribute to the betterment of the society at large. Elections are the gateway of democracy, in which every citizen have the right to exercise and express their desire in choosing and electing leaders of their choice without compulsion. Especially for us in the state, we have been voting for the last 50 years and will be voting again for the next 50 years for the leaders and statesmen who will lead us and our future generations for the next 5 decades to take care of our money, our children's education, health, job, infrastructures, etc. Therefore, everyone should get involved, especially parents and elders in every household should get involved and discuss these matters with their family members and talk about the importance of election to our teenagers in electing leaders and statesmen with a vision and integrity to lead the future. Let us take this responsibility in exercising our voting rights and not waste our votes to repent at leisure for not electing a right leader and start the blame game. If we decline to come forward, please remember, if you do not exercise your right to vote, you have no right to complain as well. Kindly note, your vote is the voice of freedom, and you alone will be responsible in determining your future as well as the future of our upcoming generations and the welfare of our beloved state. In conclusion, it is my earnest appeal before all the citizens to come forth in exercising their fundamental rights during this coming elections in fulfilling our duties as responsible citizens of our state and for our beloved country. I would like to share a few words in our local language as well as an appeal to the people of the state of Meghalaya. Mentang akwa ban pashat khendiat hakaktian khasi. Kum ban pankan mau yaka National Voters Day. Le rakhi nang kong hakari India barok kawai. Haka arpusan terek ukala langkot jang kasnam arhajar khatwai. Daga jing tmu ban penslur yaki nong tap vote. Khamtam yaki kon samla ban shim kia ya kenia kakam hakport election. Kajing shongkon jong katai kajing rakhe. Kalong namar kapli kalat. Ban penslur yaki nong tap vote. Ban yashim banta. Haka ban penkraw yaka sensyar pajba. Kaba ngile da kaba tap vote. Ka tap vote ka long ka hok tan rai jong ki nong shong snong baro bat ka long ru ka kam bombit ban kiar ha ka im lang ka sa lang jong ka sensyar paj ba bat ka long ka badan kam ki nong shong snong bakin pendep ya ka hok bat ka kam ram ban tap ki vote ki jong ki khnang bai ka sur jong ki yo sngo bat ya ka jing don kam jong ki don ki bakhmi kani kasngi ka rakhi ka punkan mau ru ya baro ki jingba khle ka bangi don na ka benta ka lowe jong ka ri bat ka imlang ka sa lang ka election ka ple yaki lat yaki nong tap vote banjit yaki nong yalam klem da sha pun be ni klem sha pun bor bat ban dawa ru naki ban pensyai pai ba yaki kam baki trai kumta kalong kabadon kame yaki paj ba day ban pensyai halor ki hok jongki rengkat kejing kentu bakin yeshim benta da kejing kit khle hakakam tap vote nolor kane kejing rakhe ka ailat ru yaki reu pro jabeng ban ya slok lang hakaban ya thir yaki mat ki badon kam haka imlang kasalang but no senyang sya ka jing mentoi jong ki pat ba ka jela menta ka jela ka jongi kaladap san post nam but haka ni ka kinti tap vote jongi haka jela ka long ka ba kerpang hadok kata namar day kinong yalam bat ka sorkar ka bengin jit menta kaban salong kanong tebe syarak ya ki sorkar bat bot bat yangi ki pat jong kejela syaka lenti ban kenjo show maumer basispa snem ngidon kame banjit ya ka sorkar kaban pej ya ka yo kokot jong ki pat ba kejela kepule keputhi kakot ka khia bat ban yo kam yo jam ki khon ki kti jongi bat ke jingbon ke jingtai ban pun mentoi pat ba bat ki wei kumta i wei pi wei nangi ngi dai ban kit khle ya ka ni ka kam nga kentu kham tam ya ki long kme ki long pa bakin pelong ke jinge slok hal ke jong ki yeng ki sam halor ke jing koridor ban jet ya ki nong kit khle ki ba yo i jangai hakni ka election ki ba don ka jingkit khle ya ka jingkiu irat jong ka jella ka jongi habaro ki liang tongin am ya jet ya ki nong yalam tang da ka jingsngo yo ja bangi babe bat khnyum persya anda ladap kenmau ngim don hok ban khnyum ladang ngim simkhia bat mi shakmat ban vote kan mauru baka vote jong phi kalong kasur bajarjar ban penjob ni pelem ya une ka kertong badai ka vote ka jong phi marwai ban rai hatu ka lawai jong phi bat ka jela kan long ka bapernai ni ka badum hakabakot artat nga karpat rit ye wei pi wei nakinong simbenta ban tap vote ban long ki badon jingkit khle na ka benta ka jela bat ka ri barok ka wei bat ban mi shakmat ban pendap ya ka hok tap vote ha ka ni ka election ka ban wan hublei shibon thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that very inspiring and very insightful message, reminding us once again that voting is not just a right, but it is our civic duty that we should exercise to ensure a strong democracy. Now we would like to have a video launch of the 3D model of polling station, which will be promoted through virtual reality in different districts. We now request the Deputy Commissioner, East Khasi Hills, Shri S.E. Sadhu, IAS, to kindly deliver his speech.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Respected Chief Guest of today's program, Chief Secretary, Government of Meghalaya, Shri D.P. Walang, Chief Electoral Officer, Shri F.R. Kargonkar, and all other dignitaries and our other esteemed guests who are participating in today's program. I feel it a proud privilege to participate in today's National Voters Day here in Shillong. And this year's celebration of National Voters Day assumes more significance as Meghalaya is going for polls in the coming month. So when we celebrate National Voters Day, we acknowledge the role of voters, particularly young voters, who are enrolling themselves for the first time in the electoral roll. And also to recognize the role of voters in terms of participative democracy. As we are going to the polls, in a democratic setup, elections is like festival. But this festival comes with more responsibilities. And as you might have seen, since the announcement of polls, CEO's office across the district, including East Khasi Hills, has been organizing various activities. And even today in the morning, we had marathon race, cycle rallies, and just now we had vintage car rally to bring festive mode to the entire state so that we can see more participation in the coming elections. And considering these elections, entire state electional machinery, including the district of East Khasi Hills, taking all steps to ensure citizen participation, voter participation. So the convenience of voters is one of the key areas which we are focusing on. Be it easy registration for all eligible voters, which is still open till the last day of nomination, that is of 7th February. All eligible voters are still enrolled themselves in the electoral roll. And also to make polling stations accessible to PWDs, and all polling stations have been mapped against PWDs, and all facilities have been set up to ensure accessible elections to all PWDs in our state. At the same time, we have also set up, we are focusing on assured minimum facilities, be it drinking water facilities, electricity, all other facilities which will ensure better participation of the voters is being taken care of. I'm very sure that this celebration of National Voters Day today here in Shillong will spread this message across the state, across even remote corners of the state,